everyone! For today's video, we are going to learn how to draw a lovely buzzy bee. For this lesson, you are going to need a piece of paper, a sharp pencil, a rubber, and a sharpener. Again, ask an adult before using your sharpener as they may want to do that for you. You will also need some colouring pencils. Once you have everything you need, guys, let's get started. Okay, first thing we're going to do is just draw a nice big oval shape in the centre of our page. Next, at the end of our oval, you're going to draw a little pointed triangle shape like this. And at the bottom, you're going to draw 4 curved small lines. So 2 close together like that, then leave a little space and another 2 close together. Like this. Try and get them roughly the same size. Next, above our oval, you're going to do 2 wing shapes like this. So kind of like big petals. So draw the first one like this. Then next to it, you're going to draw a line that goes out and round to show that the other wing is behind the first one. So kind of like wide petal shapes. Once you've done that, you're going to draw your bee's stripes. So you need to make sure that your lines are nice and curved so that your bee looks round. Quite often when I see bee drawings, the stripes are like this. So very straight. Now that makes your bee look very flat to your page, but we want our bee to look nice and round. So your stripes need to look like this. So you need to draw 4 lines. One kind of place where I have, leaving quite a big space at the front of your bee for your bee's face. Then the next one quite close to it, leaving a small gap like this. Then you're going to leave a slightly bigger gap and you're going to draw another one and another line next to it. This is going to give your bee 2 stripes. Then we're going to move on to adding a little bit of detail into our bee's wings. Now, if you look at an insect's wing, you can quite often see some little lines inside the wings. So we're just going to draw a couple of those in. So starting in the middle of the wing, you're just going to do a very thin line going outwards, not all the way up to the top, just a nice thin line like that. And then you're going to do another one going outwards in the other direction, like that. And then one going straight up in the middle. And then just on the little tip of the second wing that we can see, you're just going to do one line that goes from this corner here, very thin line, and goes out like that. If you would like to add a little bit more detail, you can do a couple of shorter ones in between. That just adds a little bit more detail to your bee, and just a couple on the other side. Now we're going to draw our bee some little antennae. Now you want these to be nice and curly so that your bee has lots of character. First one you're going to do right on the top of the bee's head. So quite low down on the bee's face, about here, you're going to do your first one. And you're just going to make them nice and curly like this. And then your next one, you're going to leave a space along from that first one you've done, and it's going to go about there. Same again, you're going to go out and round. You want to make this one a little bit bigger though. Nice and curly again. On the tip of my bee's antenna, I'm just going to draw a little circle there. Now I'm going to move on to the bee's face. So you are going to do 2 oval shapes right in the middle of the bee's face. One below that second antenna that we did, nice and big. And the other one below the next antenna that we did, but a little bit smaller. Those are going to be our bee's eyes. So inside both ovals, you're going to do 2 arch shapes, like a rainbow. And on the edge of both of those, you're going to draw a small circle. Now for the smile, you're going to do an upside down rainbow shape that goes all the way round and finishes underneath that first eye that you did there, that bigger eye. On the edge of that, you're going to do another little curve shape to show the bee's cheek. And then underneath that, from the corner of your smile you did here, you're going to do another line that goes kind of underneath a little bit. So you're going to try and make a little banana shape. And it goes all the way around. And then you're going to join it up about here. So just before the end of that first line that you did. And that's our bee's smile. Okay, so before we go any further, I want you to just take your rubber and to go round your bee and neaten up any messy lines that you've done. So once you've done that, you can move on to drawing any little extra things on your bee that you might like. I am going to give him some little boots. I'm also going to give him a little bow tie. Now I'm ready for some colour, so I'm going to pick a really lovely bright yellow colour. And firstly, I'm going to colour in between the stripes that I have drawn. So like I showed you in my other videos, if you are trying to do your neatest colouring, it's best to outline the space that you want to colour first, like I'm doing now, and then colour away from the lines. When you get to colouring the bee's face, make sure that you go around all of the features. So outline the features first, make sure you don't colour those by accident. And then colour away from the lines. Next, I'm going to take a nice sharp black colouring pencil . Next, I'm going to take a nice light blue and I'm going to outline the wings. But I'm not going to colour them in, I'm just going to outline them and the lines that we've drawn in the middle. On the face, I'm going to take a nice light pink crayon, kind of like this colour. Same as always, if all you have is a bright pink like this, that's fine, just make sure you're colouring nice and lightly. And I'm just going to colour the inside of the bee's mouth. Then I'm going to move on to the eyes. You need to choose what colour eyes you would like your bee to have. You could have just black eyes. Leave the very small circle in the corner nice and white. Or if you wanted to do a coloured eye, you're going to colour in that oval first in whichever colour you've chosen. Then you're going to go back to your black and you're just going to colour around the smaller circle that you've done there. And then do the same on the other side. Now I'm going to do some nice green welly boots. And a nice red bow tie. And maybe some little spots on it. If you are reception, year 1 or year 2, and you are happy with the drawing that you have made today, well done, you are finished. If you are a little bit older and you would like to add some more detail to your bee, then keep on watching. So next we are going to go back to our black colouring pencil. We're going to make sure it's nice and sharp. And because our bee that we've drawn today is a bumblebee, we are going to make him a little bit fluffy. Similar to how we did in the cat video, if you watch that, you are going to draw some hairs on your bee in a little point shape, like this. You want to do some bigger and some smaller. Try and space them out, make sure they're not too close together. Try and have them going in different directions as well. Don't worry about your black stripes. Now we're not going to do that on the bee's face, but just around the edge of it. Once you've done that, all the way around the edge of the bee's body, you're going to get your sharp black colouring pencil. Very, very lightly are going to do some short little lines. Space them out a little bit, not too close together, make sure they're nice and short. Once you've done that, using your same black colouring pencil, very, very, very lightly on the bee's back, you are going to colour away from the line, just to make your bee look a little bit more 3D. And a little bit at the top of the bee's head here, but don't go all the way around its face. And then you're going to do that on the bee's tummy as well, so at the bottom of the oval. Colour really, really lightly away from the line. Now you're going to get the same light blue and you're going to do the same thing inside the wings. You're going to start at the base and just colour very, very lightly. Just around the lines that you've done on the wings, just right in the middle. Not all over, only colour up to about halfway, really, really lightly. And the same just a little bit on that second wing that you've drawn, just around the lines that you've drawn there. Once you've done that, go back to your black colouring pencil and just go round the lines that you have drawn, just darkening them up a little bit. Okay, so I have just finished off my drawing by adding a little flower, which you can do if you would like to. And then you are finished. Well done, everybody. As always, I am going to leave a worksheet at the end of this video so you can practice more at home if you would like to. Really, really, really well done, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful week and I will see you very soon.